And we're back for part 2 of the original World of Warcraft FanSite closed beta. It's all a bunch of screenshots from back in the day, with some video thrown in for good measure. So, continuing where we left off. This is by the Swamps of Sorrow, or whatever the hell it's called anymore. I don't remember, I don't play Alliance, so... yeah. This is flying out of Theramore. Anyway, so this is my human mage, once again flying on the Griffin out of an Alliance hub. I took a lot of, like, landscape kind of screenshots, dynamic stuff to kind of post, because, you know, when you're running a site, people don't want to see the random average everyday stuff. They want to see some really cool shots with some really great visuals, so that's kind of what I always try to do. Even to this day, I try and take the most, you know, dynamic screenshots I can. This is one of the few times you see a Game Master actually in-game. This is GM Bravehammer. No idea if the guy even works there anymore. But, as you can see, GM staff is the tag underneath him and the tag in front of his name. And since I was playing Alliance, he showed up to me as an Alliance. And, his gear kind of sucked. But, you know, whatever. It's a GM, they can do whatever they want. I've never seen them in live, ever. Right before and once it went live, all the GM interactions came through tells and stuff like that. And then now it's at the point where usually it's just offline email that gets sent to you. You hardly ever really see a GM or even talk to a GM one-on-one anymore. This is a shot of my human rogue flying into Stormwind. Again, I like going for a dynamic shot. I didn't take the UI out for whatever reason. Proud of that amazing 17 frames per second. I mean, that's pretty good for original WoW closed FanSite beta test, so yeah. And the second time you'll ever see a GM in the game, this is GM Junko. Same tag, same GM in front of the character, only a level 30. She was just hanging out in by Sentinel Hill over there. But yeah, after this, got to see a GM twice. That was pretty much it. I mean, the only time I ever really paged a GM was when there was a serious issue with the game itself. Like, one of the issues that we had was there was infinitely spawning lion cubs. There was like literally 100 of them, and the GM showed up to witness it. I wish I had that screenshot. And here's Captain Placeholder, boat operator, to Menethil Harbor to get the hell out of town. Yeah, but if you read it, a crack team of artists, programmers, and shipwrights are currently hard at work preparing the real boat for your sailing pleasure. In the meantime, enjoy this free teleport, because during the beta, you talk to the guy and it would just teleport you, complete quest and teleport you over. In the live game, you get on the boat, Captain Placeholder isn't there, you get on the boat goes, and then it brings you to a loading screen and blah 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 blah, and you know how it goes. But back in the day, even this one and the Undead at the Undercity had the same thing. Guy standing outside, you go over, you talk to him, and it teleported you across, because they didn't have all that other stuff in game prepared yet, because this was closed beta. Like closed, FanSite only closed kind of thing. It's not open beta stuff. There's Scrub the Squasher, doing what he does best, laying down on a table full of food with an empty plate and a big piece of whatever the hell that is, and 2 jugs of ale. Lush. Here's another shot, more towards the water there, kind of on the border by Westfall. It's just a really great shot of the crab who's kind of sort of floating if you look at him, but it's the lighthouse. The lighthouse is great, and I like the fact that like now you can go there at night and it's kind of shining, which is pretty cool, because the graphics have definitely improved over time, but you still can't deny the amazing visuals that you could get back then. You know, the game is definitely ahead of its time as it was, and the fact that it's still going and, you know, still staying relevant and current, and able to update their graphics, the world, and the characters is fantastic. But still, you know, you can get great shots like this at any time during the game's lifespan. From this early on in the closed beta all the way to, you know, Battle for Azeroth. Here's a nice shot at night. The big moon, just fantastic. Wonder why we never went there. We went to Argus. Why couldn't we just go, like, we didn't even pass a moon. We just gone. So what happened to the moon? How come we don't see the moon? in those cinematics? Did Sargeras kind of push the moon aside so he can stab Azeroth? I don't know. Didn't see no moon. I don't know. There's no fucking moon. The moon's only there in the game world. And here is my mid-casting animation, shooting out that fireball. You have no idea how long it took for me to get this shot just like this, with the hands glowing and the fireball coming out. And this is in those swamps, man. I hate swamplands. I love snowscapes. And this is probably why my Alliance characters only ever made it to their early 20s, because being here in the swamps is just not my thing. I know, Battle for Azeroth, the Horde is going to be like a swamp thing, but it's more of like Jurassic World kind of thing, not like this. This is all dark, dank, and dreary. But again, the lighting effects, even back then in 2003, 2004, they were even still in. If you look at the light around the character and around the fireball compared to everywhere else around it, like it was still there, still great, and they're able to bump that up right now, which is even better. I love all the different lighting effects they have now. And my Orc Shaman, finally able to play the Horde. Made my Orc Warrior, but got my Orc Shaman going too. And yeah, he's pretty cool looking. But I don't really remember how far I got with him, but I wanted to take one of those mid-cast shots. I just forgot to take away the UI again on this one, but this is back when you would start with a shirt in your character slot and all that. Now they're all gone. You don't have them anymore. The only people that have those kinds of shirts or whatever are ones that have their characters that are originally from that age of the game. I have all of them on all my characters, so all my characters are original or race changed. I even have plenty of characters that were orcs that were race changed over the goblins, so I still have the battle harness. And there is my troll rogue with my wife's troll, I want to say her priest, but my character name on the forums at the time, Morgith the Throg, which is a troll linebacker from Warhammer's Blood Bowl. It's kind of where I got the name. It's a little bit different than that, but that's pretty much where I got the name from. It was more of a typo how I did it, but whatever. And then Keteressa, my wife, obviously she made that up on the spot. That's hers. So, and he's standing upright, so I had to time the screenshot. And there he is. I just wanted to get like a really nice shot with the moon and this, in the sky and the stars and all that, in the troll starting area of the Senjin village. And again, forgot to take the stupid UI out. I was more concerned with just getting shots as quick as possible to post them, because everybody had these requests. Everybody wants certain shots, and it's our responsibility to deliver. Just like on this channel, I'm going to be doing everything possible to give everybody the kind of stuff that they want to see. I could do the easy thing and cover stuff that everybody else is covering, but I want to try and give everybody something a little bit special. I'm not knocking what other guys have done, because they've paved the way, but on the same token, you got to set yourself out to be a little bit different than everybody else. Otherwise, why go to you? So that's what we did with our screenshots. We wanted to make sure we had them out there. This is a mid-battle shot, so of course the UI isn't gone. He's got some pants this time around. And fighting the Culturist Sailor, that was over right between Razor Hill and the starting area for the orcs. I mean, that's all changed now. There's a whole big thing there now with all the Alliance NPCs or whatever. But this, back in the day, you get that little quest line to go and kill some of those knights and sailors and stuff like that, which is pretty fun. You go up into the tower, run up, you gotta wait, kill the main named guy that's there. And plenty of times you're standing there waiting for the guy to respawn, because it would take forever to respawn, and people would just come and smoke it. This was before tagging came in, so everybody could get credit for it. It's as soon as you attacked it, it went gray to everybody else, and only the one that attacked it first got credit. Now, years since, they've made it so everybody that tags it at all gets credit with any amount of damage. Here is the Undercity when you first walk in. The really cool part about this, and I suggest doing it now while we still have Undercity under Horde control, go into this throne room, turn down the music, crank up all the ambient, and you could hear, at least at this point, I don't know if you can do it now, but at least at this point, you could hear the lines from Warcraft 3 when Arthas killed his father. You can hear that entire exchange. This was back then. I'm on my Orc Warrior, Grishnak, and so I don't know if you can do it now, but you might want to, after this video, don't click off it, just wait. After this video, go to the Undercity, stand in there and wait, crank it up and put on head, whatever you got to do. Listen to that, because it might still be there and if it is, it's only going to be there until Battle for Azeroth comes. And then here we are at Craigpool Lake. Honestly, I don't know where that is. We're near some venture company stuff. And so there's me on my warrior, and then there's my wife on her druid. And then this is, you could see in the chat, there's like, the GMs are available, page a game master, blah, 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 blah. And it's a little time that they'd be available and all that stuff. So, again, it's further proof that this is in the closed FanSite beta testing stage. Before you can hide cloaks, before you can hide helmets, before you can hide shoulders, you had everything before transmog. And whatever you got, whatever you wore is whatever showed. Hopefully we get some new goblin models soon. And this is doing a quest. I guess we walked in and killed a bunch of guys. And so, of course, for a screenshot, I just go over onto the bench and lay down. My wife, Rekla, is all the way in the back. Dranos and Mordrin, I believe, were a couple other friends that we got that came into the beta with us, like from the guild or whatever, making characters and all that, before we had the amount of money together to make a guild, because you needed to have X amount of gold to do it, and gold was not easy to make back then. Yeah, this is one of the last shots. What I'm going to do after this is I'm going to just put in some video of classic video to put in that I'll just put in and just let it go and let it play, and the final countdown of World of Warcraft beta testing before the floodgates were open and everybody was let in for the open beta. So I hope you like this kind of little journey through time, whatever you want to call it. Just keep checking here. I'm doing everything I can to get access so I can bring you guys as much alpha and beta stuff from Battle for Azeroth as I can. I'm working hard to get at that. I'm working hard to try and build this channel up for you guys. I want to be a resource for WoW players because, this is where we rely on things now. We have Wowhead and we have YouTube, and both of those could be really powerful for us. So, like I said, I'm trying to do the best I can for this channel. Please share it around. Please give it a like. Please subscribe and click on the bell so you get notifications. I'm going to try and do at least one video a week. If I can do more, I will do more. If I get alpha access or beta access, I will be doing tons of videos every week. So keep it here, come on back. Thanks for your time, and see you next time.